There's a shovel and 2 gallons of Drano up on the road in Eagle River. That's the place I had staked out before I went back east. And there were a couple days when Kimberly was out of town and Lainey was staying with her aunt. I was out looking for trouble. I had that place up there staked out actually 2 or 3 nights. And then I had a park, a couple of parks here in town that I could ride my bike to. I had those staked out. And yeah, but there's still a couple gallons of Drano and a shovel stashed up there on
like Highland Road?
No, I don't know if it's Highland Road. It's the one that goes up to the North Fork Eagle River. You take the road that goes right by the Walmart there. You just keep following that up. Yeah. You drive up that, and then off to the right, there's a gated parking area. There's like some restrooms. There's like an outhouse down there, and I had that place set up for a while. I had a bag stashed in the bushes there with all my stuff in it, and a cutoff tool, battery-powered cutoff tool, and a padlock. And the plan there was I had that parking lot staked out, waiting for somebody after, like fairly late. I was gonna take them and use the cutoff tool to lock the gate, and then do my thing there in the parking lot. And then I had the Drano and the shovel stocked up there as a way to get rid of the body if I needed it. So,
but that never happened.
No.
And we're talking about like May of 2011.
Yeah.
On June 2nd, 2011, around the time that he and Kimberly had the big fight and they initially broke up, Keyes left Alaska. He flew from Anchorage to Chicago and then rented a car and drove to Indiana. From Indiana, Keyes drove to Vermont, and on June 8th, 2011, he murdered Bill and Lorraine Courier. Israel Keyes confessed to this, and there are extensive files from the FBI and the Essex Police Department detailing what happened. Bill Courier was 50 years old, and he worked at the University of Vermont as a lab assistant. His 55-year-old wife, Lorraine, worked at a local hospital. They had just celebrated their 25th anniversary, and they were asleep in bed when Israel Keyes broke into their home. Israel Keyes had a kill kit stashed near the Winooski River. He went to retrieve it in preparation for his stay in Vermont. Keyes said that after retrieving the kill kit from the Winooski River that had been buried there, that there was some water damage to the box and some of the items inside, and he took some of the items back to the hotel with him and worked on cleaning his guns in preparation. 8 Colbert Street is where he ended up shortly after midnight and on foot. He was stalking around the house, surveying the backyard.
After I found that house and decided that it was probably just a couple. I think I even had it pegged down just from looking at the outside that it was probably an older couple, just because of the way they had their backyard set up. They had like a swimming pool and a deck and a barbecue, and it just looked like a, like older couple that didn't have kids kind of house. And so I knew there was probably only one room in the house that was being used as the bedroom, and so I walked around the house, and then I was pretty sure I'd found it just from walking around the house.
Oh, the room you're in?
Yeah, because I heard, even though the blinds were closed, I heard fans running in it, and it was hot that night. It was really hot and muggy, and it had been raining, and so I already knew, like in my head, before I even went into the garage, I already had in my head about what the layout of the house was. It was just a ranch house, so it wasn't hard to figure out. And